you like it?
Like,
Yeah, I guess all over the place. When I go over to my teacher's place, it's usually up like that, and I'm like, oh, that drives me nuts. That's way too much. I'm like in the middle somewhere. I tend to be right about no. Yeah, right about there. That's what I like. But yeah, do it however you want. You're obviously not on me. Alright, let's get stuff.
Find this. I don't know where in the studio, but all I know is that I found it.
Right by all your drum
sets.
sets.
This thing is still alive.
Yeah.
I broke it.
Oh, okay.
He's broken 2 of the pegs off with the chings, yeah. Third one's about ready to go. Yeah, I see it. Don't do that.
I'm amazed that it's holding on for as long as it has. So I think we're here.
I have 4 in a row and 2 in a row.
Is that the last entry that I wrote in here?
Yeah, last week you just did his recording stuff for Rachel.
Yeah, I guess that's all we've been doing for a while.
Yeah, you had him work on it really quiet and then normal.
Today. I worked on it like this.
Yeah, good to be able to keep your volume down. If eventually what you'll find too is that the more often that you practice getting quiet, your like fun volume will start to come down because you won't feel like you need to slam so much to get the like fun. You'll have more control, so you can play at a medium volume and still feel like you can go fast. Because obviously when you're having to play really soft, it feels kind of stifling. If you're having to if you're having to like. Right? When you're doing something like that, it's like you're not feeling like you can really aim for the rim shots. You're not really feeling like you can kind of express yourself on the drums because it's so compact. But the more control that you have, the lower that threshold is. So then all of a sudden, as a medium, you feel like you can do anything that you want to do. You don't feel like you have to be going so hard in order to get the sound that you want, or the fills that you want.
I'm used to going.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth it in the long run. Especially a lot of the gigs that you're gonna get don't want that like crusher volume. You know, some places like it, but most of the time the sound guy is concerned about your overall volume before he's even met you. So.
Because he knows me so well?
No, because that's how drummers tend to be. So.
What if I do?
Usually. Yeah, that's what I ran into all the time when I was doing stuff, especially with the Johnny Cash band, was that these guys would be like, okay, well, we need to really make sure that our volume's controlled. We've got this screen and everything. And I said, oh, you probably won't need that with me. And they go, oh, yeah, right. And then we do sound check, and I keep it way down. And they go, oh, actually, you're right. And then they'll take the screen away, or, you know, they'll do any number of things or whatever. But they pretty much expect you to be too loud until you prove them otherwise.
Which I can prove them otherwise.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do, yes.
Like this. Hey, you're gonna be too loud, no?
See, that's nice. You know when you can groove and you can make something sound nice and it doesn't hurt your ears, that's a good place to be. If you're feeling like you can play without hearing protection, then that's kind of nice, you know? We have it because we also want you to be able to go up if you need to, but
I can play like this, too.
Let's just start with your songs. We'll see, because especially we're getting close. We have, what, one more week before rehearsal start?
I believe so.
I think so. So, okay, next week will be our last lesson before rehearsals. So, good idea to just kind of double check everything, do some house cleaning.
We haven't done house cleaning.
I know we have.
Yes, actually, all
But
day
if-
today.
But if things are, oh, I see what you mean.
Literally.
But odds are things are probably fine. I'm just gonna get kind of nitpicky with it.
Aw.
What do you mean? Being nitpicky, that's the best part.
I know, maybe it hurts someone's feelings. Sorry.
Well, I don't do it in a way that's gonna hurt your feelings. Right?
Maybe.
Have I ever been mean about my feedback? I don't think so.
If he was mean about the feedback, he wouldn't be your teacher.
Yeah.
You still would if he taught me better.
He teaches you extremely well.
Oh. My only other lesson that I had today just canceled.
Oh.
That's okay. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Happens every year. So, here's what I want you to go for this time. I know, actually, no, because this is house cleaning, we'll do it. So what I want you to think of is I want you to play at or below the volume that you think you need to use for Rachel's concert. So it's inside a small room. You've got a lot of people in there, and that helps. But, you know, nobody's wearing hearing protection, right? So I want you to think of this as like the gig, okay? I want you to play your fills like the gig. I want you to play your grooves like the gig. And I want your volume to be like gig level volume.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to put all that noise into a box this big.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'm going to toss that box out the door.
Okay, and then I want you to pick the order. So which one do you want to do first?
Middle, I'm Just a Girl, September.
Okay,
I think that's how it's probably going to go, too.
sure. Okay, so are you in gig brain?
Hold on.
This is the show. The whole band's up here. Got the audience. You're not going to be too loud. You're going to support the musicians. Okay? Good?
Hold on. I'm ready.
Here we go. it's like one of your higher volumes and it comes way down. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. It's not super fancy, but like that has an impact. And then you're back in. That's nice. Dynamic contrast is big. I want another one. Give me another one. Oh, I liked that a lot. I had one earphone off the whole time. That's probably the first time that I've heard you play that I felt like I could comfortably pull the earphone off and just listen to you play. You had some double bass fills in there, and that was still fine. I did notice that when you're at that volume, it's kind of forcing this a little bit more. It's forcing your fingers. There were a couple times where I was really watching, and you go back to wrist. You're going back to this, where you're locked in here, right? But I did see more of this than I'm used to seeing. But we still can't do that very much the more that you slide back on your stick. So it depends on where you're at. But I did see for a couple of them, especially the first time that you switched over to 8s. Right? Getting that finger in there. Okay? That will help you get speed without fatigue. The other thing that I'll say is that by playing at a volume like that, you looked very relaxed. You're starting to look more like me when I play. Almost catatonic. Just just throwing stuff out. Even though you're doing all these double bass fills or whatever, just you look relaxed instead of this like frantic energy, you know? So, which, you know, that's a look. You know, Travis Barker kind of has that look. So if, you know, it's not necessarily that that's bad, but it's just funny that as soon as I tell you to mellow out, now you look more like me. Okay. I was pretty happy with that, dude. That's great. Okay, next one was...
I think just the girls right there.
Oh, yep. It even started. Okay. It knows. It knows our order.